Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. So we were catching up on some episodes of Cooking Dinner Time Live with David Chang, and after we caught up, it played like the other most recent episode that we had already watched, and I guess that part's irrelevant. Every week he has two different people on. It's usually actors or comedians or something like that. Is usually who the guests are, and it was Tony Hale and Sam Richardson. And Jen was like, "Oh, actually, I don't know if I know who those people are," before it showed them, and I was like, "You definitely know who they are." And
Wait, who's Sam Richardson? I know who Tony Hale is.
he's Detroiters. He's in I Think You Should Leave. He's in Ted Lasso.
Wait, who's he in Ted Lasso?
He's a Emmy winner from Ted Lasso, isn't he?
I don't know the character's name in Ted Lasso. He plays the coach that is like has a team that he tries to take Sam.
Oh, okay.
Didn't he win an Emmy for that?
Maybe. I don't know, actually.
I think he won a guest Emmy for it.
But Jen was like, "Oh, it's the guys from," because he usually when he introduced people, a lot of the people on there, and I guess at this point a lot of people just do anyway, they usually introduce them with the thing under their name as like whatever their Netflix adjacent thing is. So if like it's a comedian, it's like, oh, they probably have a Netflix special, so it says like from this, or if they're on a Netflix show or a movie that's currently on Netflix or something. So for them, I actually don't remember what they put under their name.
They're both in Veep.
But is Veep on Netflix?
No.
Yeah, they did talk about Veep, so maybe they did put Veep under. But I think Tony Hale is on a show that's coming out on Netflix in the summer or in August or something. But
was he in Space Force?
I don't know.
Tony Hale was. Tony Hale was.
Okay.
But regardless, Jen goes, "Oh, why aren't they bringing up?" Like halfway through the episode, she's like, "Why aren't they bringing up Hocus Pocus 2? They were both in Hocus Pocus 2 together." I'm like, I don't think anybody like. First of all, it's Disney, so like, they're not gonna like bring up a bunch of things that aren't like they're not bringing up Ted Lasso for Sam. Like they're, there's that. But the fact that the first thing that came to mind, specifically for Tony Hale, with how many times I've rewatched Arrested Development, wasn't Arrested Development. I also think they didn't even bring it up on the show, which is, it's a Netflix thing.
Last season was.
Yeah. The last few seasons were.
Yeah.
Last two?
Anyways.
I forget. Yeah, at least two.
Hocus Pocus 2. Tony Hale.
And Sam Richardson did win Primetime Emmy for guest appearance.
Okay. Interesting. I don't remember that. I guess in my head I was like, oh, I can't imagine he would beat, if he was just in with a bunch of other cast members in a category, I can't imagine he would.
He won, yeah.
Like
it was outstanding guest, yeah.
Because I feel like for a lot of those categories, like there are multiple people from the show in each fucking thing. Like they're always going against each other.
Sam Richardson for Ted Lasso, John Bernthal for The Bear, Luke Kirby for Marvelous Miss Maisel, Nathan Lane for Only Murders, Pedro for SNL.
People fucking loved that episode of SNL. It was a funny episode.
And then Oliver Platt for The Bear.
Todd, you're muted, so whatever garbage you're trying to say is muted.
And that should have went to Bernthal or Platt.
No, not in the first season. Not in the first season.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think he's great on the show. In the first season, meh. He's barely in it. Second season is a different situation.
He's always impactful.
Sam is in a good amount of Ted Lasso. He's like at least a full episode dedicated to him, where he's like.
He comes to another episode. He's at the end
hosted
episode.
SNL and he got nominated for an Emmy.
People fucking loved that fucking episode. It was funny.
And I want to say that one of the people that won an Emmy recently was like in like 10 seconds of whatever they won for, and I can't remember what it was now. I don't know. Eddie Murphy won for hosting SNL in 2020. Dave Chappelle won in 2021 for hosting SNL.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, but I feel like SNL does scoop up a lot of Emmys. Probably a lot of ones that they don't air on TV just for like writing ones and stuff. But And I mean, if I'm assuming there's an Emmy for like variety comedy, and they don't have competition, so it's like they're kind of just taking that one.
Yeah, but it sounds like they're winning. The Emmys he's listing off are specifically for guest appearance.
No. I'm saying, but it's not like it's not a thing that is highly visible that people would be like, yeah, that was a great episode. Yes, I'll give it to that. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if it was like a very random thing that maybe a lot of people who vote in the voting process wouldn't have seen or something, but it's I don't know. If a good SNL comes out, a good host is there, it gets fucking memed and clipped out everywhere. How do you think Mike sees all these clips? Because he won't watch SNL, but he'll watch all the highlights.
I don't either. I've seen that's all I see is the highlights. I don't watch.
I'm making a joke.
I haven't seen highlights in a while.
That's a
terrible.
They're on separate break.
Yeah, that's true. No, he's right.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Pass Control Podcast show. A couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we argue about Emmys too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself, the big slugger, Michael Lazier. I don't know. I feel like the other night there was something I was gonna start calling you, and I forgot what it was. So I called you the big slugger. It's a baseball thing, Mike.
Oh, it's peculiar.
I feel like I had to clarify based on your lingering face. I was like, Mike doesn't know what like big slugger is.
I mean, I've definitely heard the phrase. It's just so out of left field, which is also a baseball term.
Mike's all baseballed out now.
It's just weird for you to say. No, go on, carry on. There are other people here.
You don't want to be a big slugger?
Mikey Fat Blunts.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It was Mikey Fat Blunts.
There you go. That makes a lot more sense.
Does it? That makes more sense. Mike,
At least that was discussed.
Mike, you were slugging back blue shines. You were slugging back hot dogs. You were slugging back a thing of popcorn.
For some reason, I thought Brenden was going to say BLTs. You were slugging back BLTs. I was like, what happened at the game?
Hey, no, Mike destroyed a steak tip sandwich. Let me tell you, Mike fucking went to town on that thing.
Yeah, sure.
We waited in line for a steak tip sandwich because the sign said steak tip sandwiches, and they in fact did not cook steak tip sandwiches.
It's hot dogs and sausages.
Yep.
Anyways,
after standing next to the line for a solid 20 minutes, going like, should we get in line for these sandwiches? We're like, I don't know. The line barely shrunk. It's not that the line shrunk so much as, well, I guess it did. People were consistently getting in line, but at a certain point, the line was a little bit shorter, and we're like, okay, let's get in line and get these sandwiches.
Well, to be fair,
how much was a hot dog?
Mike,
$6.
I got a hot dog like $6.
Oh, that's actually
$6, like 25.
That's
what I said too. I was actually surprised by that.
Yeah, the food was surprisingly not terrible. The alcohol
because I was going to say, how much was a steak tip sandwich? Do you think?
There was no price.
There was $20 at least. Yeah, there was no.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to them.
$6 for a hot dog isn't terrible.
No, it's not terrible.
No, that's what I said. Yeah.
Like you can spend $6 and get a pack of hot dogs at the store. So
yeah. I mean, you're not. Yeah, it's not equivalent.
No. But
Sip of Sunshine is $16.
Yeah, it was $16, and every other beer was $13.50, I think.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Mike, to back us up a little bit, to give us a little more credit than that, I don't think any of us fully committed to the sandwich. I think it was more of a, do we want the sandwich? It wasn't like, do we want to wait in the line? Because the line was never that long.
Yeah, the line was never that long. My point being is that we did stand next to the line long enough that had we just gotten in line initially, we would have found out they didn't have the steak sip sandwiches a lot earlier.
The real thing that fucked us over, I think, is that, because I guess clue number one should have been, at no point did I see anyone walk away with a steak tip sandwich.
Obviously, if they got it, they would have eaten it immediately. Like, oh, this is delicious. Yum, 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 yum.
Exactly.
Never get back to their chair with it.
But the thing that blinded us from seeing the truth, Mike, was that it was a hot flat top, so it was just smoking out. You could smell meat, so I was like, oh, they're fucking frying up these steak tip sandwiches right here. Yeah. And they were not.
Yep, we were misled.
Were we misled?
Were we misled?
Anyways, also joining us tonight, of course, is the fucking big league chew himself, Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing over there?
I'm all right.
Mike, that's another baseball thing. I don't know if you caught that one. I don't know if that one was out of left field for you.
I'm waiting for you to call Dom the Great Bambino.
Is that what you want me to do?
Listen, this is your show. Do what the hell you
All
want.
right. And rounding us out, of course,
I'm
is
here.
is Dominic 40, a.k.a. the Great Slambino. What's Slambino from? What is Slambino from? Isn't that from No, Slambino's from something.
You're thinking about Zumbinis.
I'm really not. The Great Slambino. Okay, maybe I shouldn't just Google Slambino. Hold on. Great Slambino.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I'm pretty sure a movie or something calls someone because they don't want to, like, I don't know, maybe get copyright strike or something on fucking the nickname. I don't know. I don't know if the MLB has any, like, thing. It might be like an arcadey baseball game that can't use, like, a real baseball player's name. Anyways, you're the Great Slambino. What do you want from me? You're slamming him back. Mike's slugging him down and you're slamming him back. And Todd's chewing him up. I don't fucking know. What do you want from me?
Something better. That's all. Just literally something.
If you want something better, you need to go. Like, it's not here. You're not going to find that here. We got a terrible show for you tonight. Mike's gone. We got a terrible show for you tonight. This is episode 428 of the Pass Control podcast. Before we get into it, though, a couple of quick housekeeping things. The PTC Movie Club pick for July is... I know that I keep forgetting whose pick it is. It is Dom's pick. It is They Came Together. I know we do this every time. It's on Hulu.
Peacock.
There it is. So if you want to hear us chat about They Came Together, it is over on Peacock or wherever you do your movieing. You can watch that movie and we'll talk about it at the end of the month. I think I'm cooking something up for my pick next month. Cooking something up. We'll see. Quadruple feature.
You guys have you watched? Yes.
Don't even tell me how. Can't even. Yeah. Don't even ask me how.
Have you guys watched the movie Smile? Any of you?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's whatever.
No. Okay.
Nah, it's fine. Nah, it's whatever.
Just take a little temperature check.
Have you seen it?
Yeah,
good?
It's fine.
Todd, I'm not even going to acknowledge.
I had zero interest in that movie, and I ended up loving it.
Yeah, it didn't look good to me. Like,
people said it was pretty good.
It's crazy, and like it was in a good. Yeah, I was surprised.
It doesn't get the Slambino seal of approval.
You know what we should do for August for your pick? We should do -0 color.
Yes.
I mean, I did enjoy the movie. I don't know. I don't want to do that to Todd though. Todd hated that movie because Todd has bad taste.
I did not hate the movie. I just did not like the ending part. That's it.
No, it's all right.
Maybe it's better in black and white.
Yeah, maybe it's better.
Honestly, I would have preferred to watch it in black and white. To be honest with you.
Anyways, we had a great show. So watch that if we're gonna talk about that at the end of the month.
Not -0 color.
Yeah, They Came Together. What else we got? I don't know. I put up a bunch of SGF stuff today. So if you missed our SGF podcast or things that I was on for SGF, you can go over to passcontroller.io and it's all very neatly in one little place where you can click on links to go wherever you want to get that stuff if that's your jam. I also put up a little thing about a couple of indie games I enjoyed from SGF. And yeah, that's probably the end of our SGF focused stuff for this year. So go check that out. And we will, I don't know, see you in LA next year. Who knows? Who's to say? This episode of the show is sponsored by Pass the Controller. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, you want to support the show, you should go over to wherever you're listening to this. Press pause or don't press pause. Maybe you're good at multitasking. Don't press pause. Just hit us a quick 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to the show. Super beneficial. We appreciate it if you do that. If you do that, Mike will not be mad at you. Mike's gonna be mad at you, but if you do that for a second, Mike's gonna be like, you know what? They're all right. But then he's gonna forget he said that, and he's still gonna be mad at you. But it'll go a long way. I don't know what's happening right now, Mike. I'm very tired today.
I'm trying to imagine the logistics of such a commitment that you've placed upon me for some reason.
You can't spare a second of, you know what? That person, they're all right. You can't do that. You can just in your head.
No,
okay.
Not really.
That's fair. If you say something nice about Mike in your 5-star review, I will make Mike read it on the show. But it has to be nice. I'm not making Mike read mean shit. So if you write mean shit about Mike, get the fuck out of here. But if you say something nice, say something nice about Mike. I'm gonna
just send me a screenshot of it after, Dom. I do want to read it.
I'm gonna handwrite a little note. I'm gonna walk over to Mike's house, put it in his mailbox, and text Mike and say, "Hey, Mike, you get some mail." He's not gonna answer the text or go downstairs, but he'll know
it's too hot out. Like the next time I go outside of my house, sure, I'll look in the mailbox.
Like it's almost August.
That's true. That is actually factually true.
The Boys of Summer. That's what this episode's gonna be called. It's gonna be called The Boys of Summer, because we're all just fucking slugging back some beers, slamming down some dogs.
I mean, honestly, you should just name the episode something about slugging and slam. I don't know. You've been fixated on those words all day.
I don't know. You don't understand. Fridays are a crapshoot for me. I'm so fucking tired today, and I've been trying to like get my energy up, and I think it's just too hot to fucking even combat how tired I am right now. So that you're stuck with this. This is the pile of shit that you're stuck with today, and I apologize. So yeah, if you're a fan of the show, leave us a 5-star review. It's super helpful. There's a bunch of ways you can give us money if you want to do that. You can go to passcontroller.threadless.com and grab in some swag, and go to patreon.com/passcontrol, becoming a patron, or you can just subscribe to us on Twitch at twitch.tv/passcontroller. As a little friendly reminder, if you watch the show live. No, if you listen to the show on podcast feed, which most of you do, you can watch us live if you like. We record live every week at twitch.tv/passcontroller. If you can't catch the live show, no worries. We also put that video over on our YouTube channel. Just search Pass the Controller Podcast on YouTube, and we'll pop right up. Anyways, let's just get right into the mix. What else has been going on, Mike? How are you in post baseball haze? Are you eager to you ready for your next time slamming down a fucking dog?
Frank?
Was the hot dog good? I never asked you.
It was fine.
I think that.
Wow, Todd's gonna fight you.
No, I'm surprised I only ate a pretzel because I was like, I'm gonna cave tonight. I'm gonna eat some meat, and then I fucking.
You know what we should do? If we ever find ourselves in a predicament when we're all there again, we should make Mike taste everything and have Mike tier list all of the Fenway foods.
Yes.
Let's see what they had. They had the hot dog. They had the bigger hot dog. They had the pretzels. They didn't have
the regular dog or the bigger dog?
The regular dog.
Was the regular dog the Fenway Frank, or was the Fenway Frank the big boy?
I think the regular dog was a Fenway Frank, and then like the bigger one was called like the super hot dog, or I don't know. It had a
shit. Maybe that's why you fucked up. Maybe you should got the jumbo dog.
Who said I fucked up? The hot dog was fine. I wasn't looking for anything substantial. I just wanted to.
The sausage was whatever. I was not impressed by the sausage. I'll save you the sausage. You don't have to have that one. It was fine.
I do.
Mike really wanted a fucking ice cream sundae helmet hat or whatever. Mike wanted like a souvenir sundae. I'm surprised you didn't get it.
I'm surprised how many things you've made up about my experience there.
Mike, hold on. When Todd was in line for the pretzel, before we went to our seats, we were looking at the menu to see what they had there for alcohol, and maybe I just took your excitement.
I think I said something along the lines of, "Do I get myself an ice cream?" I'd asked a question aloud, like, "Do I get myself an ice cream?"
No, but I specifically also remember you saying like, "Souvenir ice cream, what's that?" Like you don't get excited about shit, not audibly, not so we know. You keep it wrapped up. You keep that shit on lock. So I was like, "Oh shit, souvenir sundae piqued Mike's interest."
Yeah, that sounds like something I would say sarcastically.
Okay, all right, then that's fair. That's fair. I don't know if you were interested in the fucking like $30 souvenir cocktail or whatever the fuck that was.
I had asked like what was in it. Number one, I didn't know what was in it, and I also didn't know what the thing looked like. I was like, those are the two questions I had about it.
Yeah, but you asked me. I don't know shit.
Yeah, I know. That was really my first mistake.
That was absolutely your first mistake.
But anyway,
probably 2 ounces of alcohol for $30.
I do need to go back, but I think I will just go back only to get my one-piece bobblehead and then dip out. I'll get my bobblehead and leave.
Okay, all right.
Did you get tickets yet?
No, I had them open for a little bit and then I spaced out.
Are they still available?
I don't know. How popular can One Piece actually be, right?
Mike, I have heard of that event at other parks, and people went there an absurd amount of time early to make sure that they got one. So I wouldn't underestimate the fandom if you really want that bobblehead.
I was also being sarcastic about that. One Piece is
no. I know you were being sarcastic about that, but I'm trying to like give you
I understand
actual advice
I
that
probably have to go there early
because there also probably just be people that collect like Fenway bobbleheads and they probably fucking want all of them, and there's also probably that people that just like, oh shit, this is a popular thing, I could probably sell it. You know what I mean? Like there's gonna probably be a lot of shenanigans. So I'm trying to assist you, and you know what? Maybe I'll.
Hey, what's the place with the stuff on the wall?
Yeah, what's that place?
Shenanigans. Oh, I'm changing my movie pick to Super Troopers. Is it my movie pick? I forget what's
like
happening.
you have like 3 months to figure that out. You're good.
All right.
I'll put it in the document. I'll put it in the doc, and if you decide to change your mind in the next 3 months,
It'll be Super Troopers 2. I don't think any of you guys have seen Super Troopers 2.
I have not.
I have not.
Cool. We're fucking off the rails. I apologize. What has everyone been playing? Todd, what do you got? What do you got going on?
What have I been playing? Saying Elsewhere? What the fuck is it called? I feel like that name's not right every time I say it. Is that what it's
That's
called?
definitely not Saint Elsewhere.
Yeah, right. What is it called?
It's called Where the Wild Things Are.
Where the Wild Things Are.
El Paso
right
Elsewhere.
now.
El Paso Elsewhere.
Oh, El Paso Elsewhere. I'm at the very end of that right now. It's been great though. If you like Max Payne style games with like a horror twist to it. What else have I been playing? Neon White. Jumping back into that.
Neon White's on Game Pass now, Mike. You gonna double back down?
Maybe for some achievements.
Did you ever finish it?
No.
That's a game that you like.
I know.
Finish it. Are you trying to just do all the?
I was trying to
links?
I was trying to complete some other things before I did like the last part, and then I didn't, and then I stopped. And then I guess that was 2 years ago? I have no idea.
It was a while ago.
When they came.
Yeah, it was probably like 2 years ago, I think.
Whoops.
But most of my time's gone to Elden Ring. And if we ever play Valorant again, because I want to play Valorant, I just haven't been able to play Valorant.
I texted you last night. You too busy seeing Daddy Longlegs.
I just had long legs, so
Hit us with the spoiler-free review. What do you think about spider legs, no legs, long legs?
Did you get my tweet I sent? Because I'm like, I wish I wrote that tweet. I loved it. As I said before, I think it's a movie that is very much like Hereditary, where an audience is going to go in wanting one thing and not get what they want. And this seems to happen a lot with like non-mainstream movies, because this movie is like way more of like I think it has a lot for everyone though, so I would be surprised if people didn't like it. But it has more of like an art house horror, like like Hereditary does. Like the whole camera angles they do, like when they're filming stuff in the '80s, and it's like the screen is only like a Polaroid kind of shot. It's pretty cool. And then as you get more into the movie, it like pans out. Yeah, you can tell that like a lot went into the cinematography too. But overall, it's awesome. Going blind. And yeah, that's about it. I loved it though, but I would understand why people wouldn't like it. But if you're into like movies like Seven, it's definitely follows that format.
I don't know what that movie is, so that doesn't help me parse.
All right, my movie pick.
It's like a cop procedural, like murder mystery.
So
kind
when
of
Mike
thing.
likes this thing, because I feel like Mike likes procedurals.
So like I'm torn on this because the movie can have its moments of like horror, but it's like more suspenseful and more of like what is going on here kind of thing. And you get an answer, so it's like you don't feel like you wasted your time kind of thing. It was good. It was really good.
For what it's worth, I did like the movie Seven. I think at some point I will watch Longlegs. I don't know if I'd see it in theaters, but at some point I will.
Yeah, I told because Amanda wants to watch. I showed her the trailer, and Amanda's usually like, "Fuck that." She won't watch Hereditary. I put on Hereditary for like a half hour, and she was like, "I'm done. Shut it off. I don't want to watch it." But this movie, she looks like she wants to see. And I was saying when we were talking earlier, I was like, it's kind of like Silence of the Lambs ish in some ways. It was good though. It was really good. And Nicolas Cage is so fucking good.
Oh, I don't think I knew he was in that movie.
Oh, he's Longlegs.
Is this an A24 movie?
No, it's Neon.
No, Neon.
And it's like tracking. It's like they do like a bunch of horror stuff. I think they did the Robot Girl one. I forget what it's called.
Megan?
Megan, yeah.
That's Blumhouse, isn't it?
Well, that's Blumhouse, so I'm getting those guys confused. Yeah, but they get a bunch
do. Never mind. What's that movie? It's not a horror film, as far as I know. What's the one that had Kristen Stewart as a wrestler thing? I think Woody. No, who's in that movie?
Let's see. I got Neon up. You got Robot Dreams. You got Cuckoo. You got Babes.
Oh, I forgot to watch that trailer.
You got Handling the Undead.
I think these are all more recent movies.
Long Legs. Memoria. Self-Reliance. Immaculate. Stress Positions.
Parasite.
Oh, I didn't know they did Parasite.
really?
Infinity Pool. How to Blow Up a Pipeline. La Chimera. Sanctuary. Bait. It Lives Inside. Old Boy. Anatomy of a Fall.
Oh wow, okay. This so they've been getting some big hits, but this movie's like tracking to be like a massive hit. Like it's gonna be like they're thinking it's hitting like 20 million, if not more. And it was like it's gonna be the biggest opening for Neon pretty much ever. Nick Cage, man. People were shitting on Nick Cage for so long. Like all he does is make his yes. There was a period of time where he was like the guy owes money, he's just making any movie possible, which he was, but like the last like 15 years he's been fucking killing it.
He's been leaning into the
15 years is too long.
Yeah, I think. Wait.
They did the other Nicolas Cage film, Pig.
Would you say he was on the upturn since Kick-Ass? Because that was 2010, and that is.
I would say that was when it's.
Not
I would say that's. How old is it? What is it? I would say that's definitely though. That's when like because he was so good in that movie, and I feel like he like took off again after that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah, highly recommend.
What about you, Dom? Been playing anything?
I installed 2077 Cyberpunk, and I never got past the menu.
Hey,
man. Just get it
you
going.
have so much fun when you have to like choose your genitals.
Yeah.
I didn't even get that far.
Honestly, Dom, like if you start that game, because that game, like the first 3 hours of that game is nonstop, like just fucking great stuff. It's like the introduction, but like it's like full throttle introduction. So if you start playing it, I think you'll get hooked immediately.
Yeah.
Like the open world doesn't even open up until like for 6 hours into the game. I feel like maybe 5-ish.
We have a new first-time person in the chat that wants us to talk about Happy Gilmore. Does anyone have anything they want to say about Happy Gilmore?
They're making a sequel, by the way.
They are?
Yeah,
They are.
exactly.
They are.
What? Okay. Is there a trailer for that? Is there like a plot
No,
for
no,
that?
it's like it hasn't. It's in the process right now.
Is Happy Gilmore Adam Sandler's best film?
No.
Is it a top three?
Maybe I'd have to go through. That's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole conversation
episode,
that
sorry.
I'm not fully equipped because even now I think about it. I feel like I've seen less movies than you would think that star Adam Sandler.
Oh no!
See
I don't want to be
film-
the one that's in charge. I don't want to be the one that's winning this fucking poll.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
No, we're not doing it. No.
No, you did it for what's her face.
Yeah, but
Do it
Emily
for this
Blunt,
one.
I wanted to win that. I don't want to win Adam Sandler.
You're not going to. So.
No, I'd probably
All right,
win.
okay,
I feel like
okay.
I could.
I know Dom's got like late stage Adam Sandler in the bag.
I have a lot that you have not seen.
I also have a lot of late stage, unfortunately. Adam Sandler.
Now I'm actually curious.
No, this is another episode for another time. No,
Let's go.
That's going to be like 20 minutes of that.
Oh,
No.
is Overboard Adam Sandler?
Yes.
Okay, it is. Okay, that's.
Todd, I still got my
let's go.
answers from last week.
I have a VHS copy. Oh, I don't have it anymore, but I had Overboard on VHS. That's got to count for bonus points, right?
Yeah, if you want that.
Have you been playing anything else, Tom?
70 feature films. Let's go. You gotta get started.
That's a different. That's a movie a minute. That's a whole episode right there. We can table that for the future. We'll do a Adam Sandler spectacular. The trivia at the end
Do you
of
think we
that's
can
going
pull
to be.
some strings and get Adam Sandler to show up?
Probably not. We could probably pull like, I don't know, what's Spade up to?
We get Matthew Lillard.
We could probably get Rob.
I don't want Rob Schneider.
We could definitely get Rob Schneider.
I'm good with that.
He has
We
to
could
come
get,
as a staple, though.
I'm gonna hit him up on Twitter right
I
now.
was just trying to remember what the dude that went crazy's name a couple of years ago. His name was.
I
No,
don't
I
know.
can't do it.
A lot of people went crazy. I'm trying to remember. I
No,
went crazy.
one of the Adam Sandler guys got arrested. Like,
Oh,
Like,
it's the guy from like his like Happy Madison production things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that guy blew it. Forget his name. He's in like all his movies, though. All his
You
original
blew
characters.
it.
If you were chance, you blew it.
Have you been playing anything else, Tom?
no, not really.
What about you, Mike? Anything going on over there in Total Mayhem Land?
I barely started Fear and Hunger, but I need to get back to
Fear
that
and
at some
Hunger.
point.
What's that?
Yeah. You know, I'm still not really sure.
Is it
And
a game?
everything it's a game, and everything I've heard about it makes it seem like it's not a game I would enjoy.
Why did you
But-
buy it?
It's so weird. I like every time people talked about it, I was like, I should probably just give this game a shot.
What? What? This is so out of left field for me.
Yeah.
What is going on, Mike?
And I barely started it, so like I can't speak to it in any great capacity. But it was only $5 on Steam. I'm like, yeah, let me give it a shot.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm curious to hear your feedback when you do get around to it. Anything else, or not really?
No, I keep turning on to Multiverses, thinking that I'll be able to like accomplish anything. I can't. That whole system is rigged from the start.
About like unlocking shit.
Unlocking shit, yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. Like I was trying to unlock Agent Smith, but like there's so much work that has to go into it, and I gave up. I can still get him now, but I was trying to do it without using any of my, accrued resources.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a free game, so I'm not surprised that they're making it like difficult to.
I haven't even tried to get him because all I use is Finn. I don't care. That's all I want to
it's
play
fine.
as.
But I did actually. I'm actually pretty close to completing like the actual battle pass though. So there's that.
Yeah, but so they went back in time and they fixed the wedding.
Anyways, I've been playing a few.
His slogan, his slogan just coming through loud and clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been
I'm
playing.
trying to figure out what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
what is he watching?
What's
I
he watching?
can't hit the mute button right now because it's like not coming up on my screen. So it's like they're out here, and I'm like, oh guys, I'm sorry. I'm like,
I've been playing a bunch of random things lately. Not all random, but I've been playing a few random things as well. So I'll start things off with a game that I've been enjoying a lot called Satryn DX. It is not out yet. It is a twin stick shooter from, I'm pretty sure it's a single developer named Maybell. And like if you are looking for just a good arcade twin shooter, I think it is like the best recent one I've played in recent memory. It's probably up there, honestly, with how well done it is, standing up against a lot of just the like basic types of, not basic, but like, it's a twin stick shooter. That's what it is. It's not a dungeon crawler. It's not an RPG. It's not something else. It is just a twin stick shooter. You're playing this by yourself, trying to rack up points, rack up a score, and get get on the leaderboard. It has some interesting abilities. I think it has like 9 power-ups that, some of them are just different types of weapons that you're shooting, but, one of them's a shield that helps you kind of evade, because it gets pretty chaotic pretty quickly once you get a little deep into a run. And there's like a gun that's like a wave gun that like shoots bullets 3 different ways, but it also like shoots kind of like a little wave in front of you, so it'll push enemies from running into you. Because if anything touches you, bullet or an enemy, you'll die. And basically the objective of the game is to they're called your friends, so you need to save your friends. We're just like these little blue guys that are running around each level, and you have to kill everything else to win the level. So the more friends that you collect is like a score multiplier, so you are incentivized to save your friends for, obviously you want to save your friends, but you want to multiply your score because that'll get you more, free lives, but it'll also get you more power-up drops. I forget what the increments are of when it will, like drop a new power-up, but I'm pretty sure it's tied to your score. So it's an incentive to like play rooms well enough to save your friends, because the enemies on the screen can kill them too. So you're kind of like balancing all of that together. But I'm really enjoying my time with it. Like it's not a hard game to talk about because it's fantastic, but like there's a lot. There's a lot of sorry, I'm looking at the chat while trying to read, so that's what's going on here. There's a lot of it's really fun. Like I'm really enjoying my time with it. It's visually very pleasing. Like when you kill an enemy, it like splatters whatever that color enemy was like all over the floor. So like every level gets very colorful very quickly because you're just like making things explode. It's really good. I like it a lot. It's, for my dumb brain, a really great relaxing game to play at night, trying to dodge everything and get as far as I can. I think the highest I've gotten is like level 22 maybe. So really enjoy my time with it. It comes out next week, I think. Let me see. It comes out July 18th on Switch. It is also available now on itch, which if you're familiar with itch, you can go over to itch.io and look for it there. I think the itch version might be a little bit different. I don't know if it's the same game that's coming out on Switch, but really enjoying my time with it. It has a really, we were talking about this before we recorded, it has a really interesting leaderboard system where if you are happy with the score that you get after you get a game over, you can hit like record score and it will pop a little QR code up on your screen, and then you just scan the QR code on your phone and it will like put your score on the leaderboard. I'm not really sure what the function of that is. It might just be, maybe it is tied to the itch one. Maybe that's why it's like a worldwide leaderboard that mixes with the itch version of the game. But it's really good. I'm enjoying it. It's pretty fantastic. It's definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a good little arcade shooter, a little twin stick shooter. I'm really enjoying my time with it. I also, have any of you ever played Panzer Dragoon? Like any Panzer Dragoon game?
A long time ago. It was Dreamcast.
There was probably a game at least on the Dreamcast. But I don't know, we were like all talking about games that were on sale last week after the show. I picked up Panzer Dragoon Remake, which is a remake of the first game, which was like a Sega Saturn game, and I had that game when I was a kid. And I don't know, I wanted like a quick little, just kind of arcadey trip down memory lane. It's weird how much of that game I remembered. It's very weird because like I don't think about Panzer Dragoon. Like I wouldn't even say I have like nostalgia thoughts about Panzer Dragoon. Like I know what Panzer Dragoon is and I know I played it and whatever, but it was very kind of weird. Like even music coming in, I was like, oh shit, like I remember this fucking music. Like I don't know, it was a good time. I banged it out in like a couple hours, hunted down some of the achievements that were there and stuff. It was a good time. It was like a good little afternoon. It was like a nice little weekend afternoon treat. It was really good to just kind of get in there, blaze through it, slam it down, chew it up, slug them away. And then I also played a game that is not new. It came out last year, I think, called The Making of Karateka, or I guess some people also call it Karateka. So if you know what that game is, do any of you, like, not what Making of Karateka is, do you know what Karateka is, that game? Any of you?
No.
Is it the side-scrolling karate game?
Yes. I mean, there might be other ones on the NES. I'm sure there probably
yes.
are.
Yeah, Kung Fu was.
Did
like
you
the
have
one-
it?
No.
Did you ever play it before?
I don't know. Maybe.
I never played it, and I honestly don't think, and especially when it comes to like NES, Super Nintendo era, I feel like I have a pretty wide knowledge of stuff, even stuff that I didn't play it. I just feel like I'm very familiar with all that stuff. And I don't think I ever knew about this game, Karateka. And I've heard other people talking about this game, the making of Karateka, like very, very, very highly. And I was like, fuck, it does kind of sound like something of interest to me. It's like a weird hybrid, like not a game is a game. It's kind of just like archival stuff. It's basically, it's split up into, I already forget it. It's either 4 or 5 chapters. Each chapter that you go into is just a timeline, and you are touching the nodes, like you're moving across the nodes in the timeline. And each node, and obviously it's in chronological order. Each node is, some of it will be like a couple minute video that you watch, or a 10-minute video that you watch of like footage of stuff from the past, or the maker of this game talking about Karateka, or other people that were involved, his dad, a lot of stuff with him like talking to his dad about it, because I don't want to it's weird because this game is great, and it's meant for the people that it's meant for. I think will really enjoy it. I don't know if any of you would actually enjoy it or not. I mean, Dom has it now, so Dom should at some point just check it out.
I feel like you sold it on me, like last time you talked about it. Like I was like, oh,
yeah.
fuck. Like, I don't think it's on sale anymore though, so maybe
Probably
next time
not.
it goes back
Yeah,
on sale.
it's not a game. Like it's not a game. It is you're going through a timeline, and you're basically
I think I'm
you're
more
like,
down for that than a game.
yeah, you're basically interacting through a documentary, and it's I thought it was incredibly interesting. I thought a lot of parts of it were very well done. I would honestly like to see, I think it was Digital Eclipse made this, I would like to see them do this for more things and maybe get a little bit more behind it to like make it even better. I don't think it was bad at all. I just think there's something really cool about this concept, and I think more things could benefit from this treatment. But basically, you're going through the timeline, clicking on stuff. It could be documents, it could be letters from whatever relevant to the story that's happening in that timeline. And because it's following this specific game, Karateka, and the person that made this game, it starts with this person's early life and the games that they were basically making before they made this game. And it's really interesting because parts of the timeline will be like, oh, and this is the game that he made for the Apple II or whatever, and you can play that game. Like, you can play this random thing that he made because they had a diskette with it on it. So like, it's little shit like that is just really interesting to me. And then like, as you get closer to actual Karateka, there's like prototype versions of that game and like different versions and early versions. So you can, if you want, play all of these different versions of the game that don't exist outside of this. It's really cool. It's really well done. I really enjoyed my time with it. It probably takes a couple hours to finish if you blast through it and don't spend a lot of time in the actual game elements. Like, I beat Karateka, but I played the other games and I was like, okay, I appreciate this for what it is. I'm not trying to like get high scores and death bounce or whatever other shit's in there. Because what I didn't know about the guy that made this game, he would then go on to make Prince of Persia. Like, that's who this guy is. So it was like a super interesting, like, kind of deep dive into a very specific, pretty impactful game. Like, they interview other people, other game designers, and other things from that time, like, that grew up and played Karateka, and like their experience with that game was like, it was an incredibly influential game at the time. And I just I had no idea about this game. So it's really cool. I highly recommend it if any of that sounds interesting to you. I think it's like a very unique experience. It's not really a game. Obviously, the game Karateka is in there, and then there's a bunch of other like prototype stuff, but it's really just like an interactive documentary deep dive. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty interesting. And I think the creator, Jordan Mechner, I think he's still sort of involved with Prince of Persia to this day. I think he like consults on it maybe, or helps with certain stuff. But it's a very, very interesting story. I'm intrigued to.
They haven't made a Prince of Persia game minus the most recent one, but like big blockbuster one in
they,
so long.
they made a Prince of
No,
Persia
but,
game.
like,
There's
that
2
was
this year,
like-
Todd.
There's 2 current.
Wait, what are the other 2 besides
The
one,
Rogue Prince of Persia and Prince of Persia:
The Lost Crown.
Yeah, okay, but I mean like a big blockbuster because that was like known as like when that game came out, everyone was like, "Oh shit!"
I mean, I think Lost Crown's gonna be on a lot of people's Game of the Year lists.
Oh, I think it is too, but I don't think a lot of people are playing. Like, unfortunately, I don't think it's.
I think a lot of people played it. I think it did pretty well. I think people talked very highly. It was a January game. I think people didn't sell well. Oh, it's niche. Yeah, it's niche.
I mean, that probably is though.
I mean, there was a point in time where Prince of Persia was definitely like blown out of the zeitgeist. Like there was a fucking Disney movie, wasn't there? Was it a Disney movie?
Yeah, it was like after like Sands of Time and a couple other games, but Sands of Time, like those games were incredible back. Those games were like you were like, "Whoa, I'm playing like a fucking."
Yeah, they're remaking it. There you go, another Prince of Persia game.
And then they did a remake that was in like 2005, maybe 2007. It was.
I honestly don't think I've played a Prince of Persia game. At least not to completion. I've never finished Prince of Persia.
Played the OG.
I definitely played the OG at some point, but I don't think
I don't know where I played it though. Yeah, I'm trying to like.
I never owned it. I would have played it later, either as a ROM
Maybe I
or
rented it
it
or
was like
something,
on
yeah.
something, like on a collection or something. But I definitely never had the original game. Anyways, I don't know. I think that kind of wraps me up for what I had to say about those things. Does anyone else got anything else they want to chat about?
No, we did it, man.
Play the Lost Crown.
You should absolutely play the Lost Crown. I actually need to get back to the Lost Crown. I'm kind of mad I bought it on Xbox, and I feel like I would probably beat it if I had it on Switch.
The problem is though, if you step away from that game for a while, it's like, "Fuck, where am I going?" kind of thing. It's like it's almost like you'd be better off starting over.
I don't know. I have a good memory, Todd. I'm not like you.
It's not even about memory. It's more about like, move sets and like dashes and a whole bunch of other shit.
I don't know. I've stayed away from the Devil's Lechuga, so my brain is like pop, pop, pop.
I'm like Mikey Fat Blunts.
Mikey Fat Blunts, MFB. Todd, Making Karateka is still on sale on Xbox for 5 days. So now you have to buy it, you piece of shit.
There you go. I probably will. It sounds like that's what I'm looking for these days. I'm like, just give me something. Don't make me press 1 or 2 buttons. It's like just fucking. After playing like Elden Ring and shit, I'm like, I need to unwind.
I like dipping my toes in everything now. Like I was trying to explain this to Mike the other day. I was just like I was trying to say to Mike basically like, I'm not trying to convince you to play other shit or whatever, but the last few years have felt like it's been interesting to play things that I historically wouldn't have played. Like at least trying it, you know what I mean? And it's made me. It's the same thing that I like about the movie club. Most of these movies, I never would fucking watch them. So
Mike's playing a game that he normally wouldn't play,
which is great.
And you were like getting all over him earlier.
No, I was so confused because we had this conversation less than a week ago, and he didn't bring this game up.
I forget the circumstance of our conversation, but I feel like it never made sense to mention it at the time. Like there was no point to be like, yeah, I'm playing this game. So I was like, whatever.
Okay, all right.
It comes up.
Whatever you say. Yeah, if you ask me about this specific game that he's never going to ask me about, then I got this.
Yeah.
He
Basically.
was saving it for the podcast.
Saving for the podcast.
Shit.
I needed to surprise.
Mike's a fucking content machine. Mike's always out. Mike's always out there. He's like, you know what? I could do this. I could talk right now. I'm gonna save this for the podcast. That's Mike's always doing that. He's always putting.
But then Todd starts complaining about Overwatch, so it never comes up. But
Whoa! I haven't talked about Overwatch in like at least a year plus.
Let's
the timer's
yeah, exactly.
Now. Days since Todd last complained about Overwatch. Flip
Honestly,
that to 0,
I
boy.
have nothing to say about the game. It's a fucking dead game. That's it. Boom.
You say so.
Is that it? Is that all we got? Are we a tight hour tonight? Are we tight in? Are we locked in?
Well, let's do. We can do like another 2 hours of trivia, I guess.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that tonight.
I'm not serious.
I don't know. I wanted to get back to tighten the episodes up a little bit. We got to get out of this. We talked about baseball. We talked about Adam Sandler. You know what? Actually, we got time. Dom, bring up Adam Sandler's fucking
Bring up the
IMDb.
Sandler.
Do it up. Let's go to the Sandman. No, we're not doing it. Is he counting how many he's watched? I knew it. I fucking knew it.
He's got it.
He's definitely watched more than me. Like, it's not even a question. He's definitely watched more than me.
Listen, there's only one person I've ever heard quote the movie Jack and Jill, or That's My Boy, and that's Dom.
All right, so why are we even questioning this? Dom is that guy.
I didn't question it. I said it from the jump.
it.
I'm like, oh, Dom's got this in the bag. Or at the bare minimum, I knew he watched a bunch of the later shit, and I'm fairly confident he's seen a lot of the earlier shit, which therefore makes him.
I'm at
the winner
13.
in my
I
mind.
haven't every movie I've seen so far.
Oh, I guess I should. Oh, fuck. I didn't. Hold on. I wasn't prepared. I was too busy talking shit.
I'm somewhere in the 40s, but I don't. Not all
That's way
these
more
movies
than me.
are.
That's way more.
Not all these movies are like Adam Sandler movies, so I don't know how we want to count them.
I'm counting it the same way.
No, I'm only doing ones that I would consider like a vehicle for him, where he is
Actually,
like.
you know what?
the
No,
lead
you know
actor.
what?
Well, you
Dom,
have to
probably
all
got me
count
on
it the
this.
same way, Mike. You can't. I'm gonna do it this way while you guys do it that way. It's not gonna work.
Well, then I'm telling it my way, so that way you guys can follow my lead.
All right, let's just go through
No.
one by one.
No. I don't want to do this.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, Dom, The Godfather? It's good.
Good movie. Yeah, great film.
All right, let me get the game ready to rock here. Let me pull this up.
I don't understand. I mean, that's a correct statement.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I don't think I've ever said otherwise.
Maybe they're
I
getting
think
called
I've-
out.
I think
Maybe
I've-
they're getting
I think
called
I've-
out.
I think I brought it up to like make you guys watch it before.
Wait, we've discussed this on this podcast before. Todd, have you seen The Godfather?
Yeah. No, I haven't seen
Godfather Part 2, you haven't?
two or three. I've only seen the first.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking is. But yeah, anyways.
Well,
Todd,
we had this conversation. I own the Criterion Collection where they piece it
Really?
together,
In
and I still have never watched that.
Okay.
I think I only got 6.
That cannot be right.
Yeah,
no way.
because Mike's doing some
Actually, you know
some
what? That
fucking
makes sense.
hanky panky
No, that
list.
makes sense.
He's not doing it
No,
real.
it
He's
makes
like, I'm
sense.
only gonna do ones that count as a vehicle for Adam's shenanigans.
I mean, even if I
don't-
don't, like, there are movies on here. I'm like, oh yeah, he was in that movie. I don't even think I've seen that movie to begin with.
I haven't watched like an Adam Sandler movie though
Oh,
since Mr. Deeds, minus like Uncut Gems and like movies like outside of the box of comedy. But I haven't watched anything.
But those are
since
Adam
fucking-
Sandler movies. What is happening?
What do you mean?
Mike's making lists up. You're
Well, look,
you're
like-
like saying I haven't watched
I'm
an Adam
saying
Sandler movie
I'm only
outside of
watching
these actual Adam
Dram-
Sandler movies.
No,
Like, what are you
like
talking
dramatic
about?
roles. Like he pumps up
So,
comedies.
so that's not an
like,
Adam Sandler movie because it's a dramatic role.
No, I'm saying like those are the only movies I've seen. I haven't watched, and there's like there's a huge window of comedies, like 15 to 16 comedies I've never even seen from him.
Did you see Rain or Me?
Nope. Oh wait, no, I did see that. Yes, I'm sorry. I thought you were thinking Eight Crazy. I was thinking Eight Crazy Nights for some reason. Don't ask me why.
Very different.
So, like,
Yeah,
even
and I haven't seen that
even as
movie.
I scroll through this, right? I think I saw. Wait, what movie was it? It wasn't 8 Crazy Nights. It was the movie right after 8 Crazy Nights. Anyway, there was like a.
Sandler movies you think you've seen?
I have to go back. It was 2000.
Let's switch it up now. Let's do Joe Pesci now. Okay, pull up Joe Pesci real quick.
We're not. This is.
Oh yeah. So I saw Anger Management, which is in 2003. Then I
love
didn't
that.
see anything else from
That's one of the
him
last ones.
until
Jen
Funny
said,
People.
does Airheads count?
Yes,
It's
that
on
is
the
an Adam
list.
Sandler film.
Yeah, 100%. Adam
She
Sandler.
said probably around 30 films. If she had to guess.
Yeah,
That's-
and then
see,
I jump.
That's a reasonable number.
Reasonable,
I feel
yeah.
like I feel like 20 to 30 is
Oh,
like
what do you mean?
average.
6
Mike
is
saying-
not real.
Mike saying 4 is like
Yeah, it
ludicrous.
doesn't make any sense. You've never seen Billy Madison?
I've seen Billy Madison. So like I've seen
You've
Billy
seen-
Madison.
Yeah, what are the
Happy
6 that
Gilmore.
you've seen, Mike? That's how we can actually get to the bottom
Billy
of this.
Madison, Happy Gilmore, The Water
Mhm.
Boy.
I didn't
Big
watch The
Daddy.
Waterboy.
There's no
I-
way you haven't seen The Water
I
Boy.
have not actually
It's on
sat down and watched
TV.
Big Day.
It's
And
on
I
TV.
don't sit down and watch it. That's the
Oh
thing.
my
That's what I'm telling
God.
you.
Little
So
Nicky.
Waterboy, Little Nicky, I've seen. I remember seeing Little Nicky. I can't say for
Grown
certain.
Ups.
Huh?
Grown Ups. You've seen Grown Ups.
I have not seen Grown Ups.
Yeah, didn't we watch it in New Hampshire?
If we,
He's not,
I did.
Tom. He's not
I must have
counting it.
blacked
He's
out.
not counting it if
I
he's
must have been
sitting
blacked out.
in the
I
room
do
but
not
not
remember anything from that film.
97% paying attention.
Did you watch Transformers?
Transformers. Yeah, but I've seen Transformers.
Well, you remember
See-
watching it in New Hampshire.
No, wait, we
Oh,
did.
Really? Yeah, it was on every year. I feel like Transformers was always on TV.
I mean, that checks out. That does sound like something I would do. I would sit down and watch it.
You
But,
know
like,
what?
for
You know what? He's living up to the fucking name. It's Mikey Fat Blunts over
Got
here.
Blunts over here.
Yeah, so like I'm not sure if I actually watched Mr. Deed, so I can't in good conscience count it because I don't think I've ever watched
You know, we'll give it to you, Mike. We'll give it to you at this point.
it. Yeah. Look, Spanglish, I haven't watched The Longest Yard. I haven't watched Deuce
Didn't watch
Bigalow. I
Longest
haven't
Yard.
watched Click. I didn't watch Rain
Didn't
on
watch
Me. I
Click.
didn't watch you. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Didn't want to say that.
Didn't watch Mess with the Zohan. I
That
don't even know
movie's
what Bedtime
great.
Stories is. I've watched Funny
Ooh.
People.
I haven't watched Funny People.
Gentlemen,
Dog.
I may have a good idea for 2025.
Do we just make
And then
2025 just the year of
The year
Sandler, and we have to
the year
all
of the
pick one?
Sandoodle?
We have to all pick one each round.
Never.
I love it.
And then after
There's enough
after
movies to
Funny
go
People,
around.
After Funny People in 09, I think the only movie on here that I have seen is Top 5.
Top
The fuck
five.
is top five?
Top 5, and that's the Chris Rock movie. I don't even remember Adam Sandler in it, but
I
apparently
don't
he
even know
is.
what that is.
But I've seen Top 5, so I can say, yeah, I've watched that movie.
I
I'm-
don't know what that movie is.
I'm so sad that we are still divulged. We've still divulged into this topic because I do want to talk about it more now, but I don't at the same time. When are we getting the Adam Sandler Battle Pass in Fortnite? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to fucking know. Anyways,
If they're listening to us right
You
now,
didn't see The Cobbler? We talked about it on the
we
podcast.
talked about the Cobbler for far too long.
We did. I think we did an entire episode on The
I
Cobbler.
thought
We
that was
might
a
have.
movie.
We
Probably did.
actually might have.
The fuck was the cobbler?
I don't know. He
I didn't
either
watch it.
made shoes
We just
or
talked about it for far too long.
there was a magical component to that film, correct?
Yes, I think so. From what I remember seeing of the trailer.
What's his newest movie called where he's like on a spaceship?
Spaceman.
So is his thing now just like, you know what? I'm just taking nouns and just fucking making it, just doing it. You got the cobbler. You got Spaceman.
He was fucking. He has like these crazy, insane contracts with Netflix where like he's like doesn't need to do anything ever again. So I think he can take roles like Uncut Gems, like shit like that, and just kind of like, I'll do a serious movie every once in a while.
To be fair, I think Spaceman is going to be one of those. So
Did it not come out yet?
Yeah,
I
I
could have
think
sworn
it's
it was
already out,
already
and
out.
I'm pretty sure
It's
it's did
On
not do
Netflix,
well.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
It's on Netflix. It's just on Netflix.
From what
I
I've
don't know.
heard about it, it's not good.
it's a drama film. It has Paul Dano in it. There's no way
Yeah.
it's a comedy.
No, it's just
I
a
think it
straight
has
up,
like a talking alien crab or something on the ship.
No, it's
Like,
a spider. It's
Spider.
real.
Spider.
It's on. It's not. Yeah.
Played by
real?
Paul Dano.
Yeah, like a real alien. Like a real. They got a real alien spider to fucking play this role. It's insane.
dude, Toddy fucking Big Blunts over here too. We got Mikey Fat Blunts and Toddy Big Blunts. Anyways, we're gonna play a little game as we always do to end
It's
the
a
episode.
55 out of 100. It's a classic Sandler score. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Actually, that's way better than most of his scores. Like,
What's Hubie Halloween? What do we got there? That cool
Gonna be like-
17.
that's gonna be like. It's lower. This is definitely lower.
I hope it's lower. That movie is fucking awful. It's
Dude,
so
most of
bad.
them-
Adam Sandler on Metacritic. This is not what I wanted.
They can rate people now? Just in general?
Well, Hubie Halloween is right here. Hubie Halloween got a 53.
That's
Oh, wow.
that
That's
is.
actually shocking.
Wait, was that higher than the fucking Space Spider?
No,
No.
Space Pirate was 55.
Hubie Halloween being Jen. Hubie Halloween has a review score of 53. That's atrocious.
That's crazy.
Hubie
That's
Halloween has a
crazy.
53. It should be like a fucking 10.
You know, I almost had the curtains from that movie. Or whatever
Mike
it was.
almost did buy the
And-
curtains from Hubie Halloween.
And then Zohan is 37%, which makes no sense to me.
We got to find out how to get Mike an authentic Adam Sandler standee and add it to his collection.
I'm sorry. Are there inauthentic ones? Like, what is an inauthentic standee?
I don't want.
This is not licensed by the Sandler estate.
I don't want someone just making a print job up, Mike. I want like this came from fucking Showcase Cinema. Okay, this was up. People took pictures with it. That's
Okay,
what I
well,
want. I want a gently used, cinema authentic Sandler standee.
All right, well, you've put it out in the universe. I hope you do find it because I'm never taking it from your house. You'll pick it up like, Mike, I got this for you.
That'd
Like,
be
I'm
my
not,
nightmare.
I'm not taking this.
No, me and Jen are gonna come over to help you fucking redecorate, and you're gonna go to the bathroom and run to my car, and there's just gonna be a Sandler in your basement. You're gonna go down there one night and fucking scare the shit out of yourself because just a
Bold of you to think that you guys are ever coming back inside this place.
damn it! I just blew it. I blew it for us, Jen. I'm sorry. I put all my eggs in the Sandler basket. Anyways, before we wrap things up, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 428 of the Pass Control Podcast. Like I said at the top of the show, leave us a 5-star review. It's super helpful. We really appreciate it. The way we end each episode, if you have not listened before, we play a little game. And we keep track of the score all year long. The leaderboard as it stands, coming off of last week's big time, not really a big shakeup. Dom in 36 at first place. Todd with 28 in second place. Yeah, I said Dom in 36th. Dom in first with 36 points. Todd in second with 28 points. And Mike right there with 27. So everyone's
You know
still...
what's scary is that if you do a game now based off of Adam Sandler movies, Dom's just going to run away with it even more, and I will continue to fall behind.
I could do a year. I could do a year of Adam Sandler films, and the combined Rotten Tomato score would be less than 10.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
I mean, I don't hate it. I would probably hate it, but I don't hate the idea of it.
You would hate it.
I would probably hate it. We're going to play a little game.
I really want to play the game where everyone guesses the Rotten Tomato scores now. Anybody want to take a guess at what the Rotten Tomato score for The Master of Disguise is?
2.
Oh, that's a classically low one.
Is Adam in that movie?
Yeah, right.
He's in it, I think, yeah.
What am I not turtle enough for the Turtle Club? Turtle.
I don't know. I saw that commercial so many times.
How many times? And I never saw the movie.
many times. I don't think I ever saw the movie either.
Yes.
Neither have I.
All right.
All right,
That's
what
my
are
pick.
guesses? What are guesses?
Spoiler for
Yeah,
August. I'm going to say 2.
Double feature.
Is this one of the
say
zeros?
7. I'll say 7.
Is this one of the zero movies? I think that there's a couple movies that have a zero.
Mike and
I'm gonna
Brennan
go-
splitting the diff. It is
Is
a
it
big
one?
1%.
That's wild. That's fucking wild. Shout out Dana Carvey, friend of the show. Dana, you want to come on the show and you want to defend Master of the Disguise? Hit me up.
I only want him on here if he just does the church lady the entire time. Never break character.
Okay. We'll reach out, Mike. We'll get our people in
Okay.
touch. We're gonna play a little game that I already forgot what I called it last week. Gaming the meta, playing the meta.
That sounds right. Who cares?
What did I call the review score one last week? Do I still have it?
Oh, it's 2 critics, 1 cup.
I think that was it.
That's definitely not what it was.
It was.
But weird that Don wanted to play that game because that's indeed what we're playing. So game number 1, the way this works, repeat the rules for people tuning in for the first time who haven't heard this before. I'm going to pick 3 different games. The panel has to guess what that score is for the Metacritic review score. We're going to go off of the most reviewed platform, so whichever platform has the most reviews. And whoever gets the closest gets the point. If anyone gets a bullseye, they get 2 points. This one is going to be a little special for number 1. We're going to do Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077.
Do we know what it's based off? Do we know where?
Which system is
PC?
getting the review for this?
So here's
I'm
how
assuming it's gonna be PC.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the PC score first, and then you're going to give me the PS4 score. So this is a 2-pointer. This is a double down.
Is that an updated PS4 score though, or is that like?
It's probably an updated PC score.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with the PC score, and then we're gonna go with the PS4 score. So when you're locked in, you can text me or text the group, whatever you want. Actually, we don't even need to do that. Mike, What are we doing, Mike? What do you got?
Let's see. So, you want me to give both scores right now, or just the PC?
Give me PC, and then we'll snake back to you, and you'll get to do PS4
Okay.
last.
I feel like PC at this point, the score has gotten pretty high. So I'm going to say 90.
Okay. Todd, what do you got? PC score
Uh,
for Cyberpunk 2077.
94.
This is based off of
I was going to say 94 at
106
first, too.
106
94?
reviews. Dom, what are you thinking?
So, in my head, I'm thinking that just because it got updated doesn't mean that the old reviews aren't there as well. So I'm gonna go 89.
Okay.
Smart. He's doing math. He's thinking
And
about
then
it.
for PS4, I'm gonna go like 76.
Okay. Todd, what do you got for PS4?
Oof, I'm 82.
Okay. Mike, take us home with your PS4 guess.
So I only know how things started, which is that the game ran so poorly, like it like blew up PlayStation 4s. I don't know if they ever fixed that issue. I don't know if that would really sway things in any capacity. So I'm gonna say 62.
Okay. Well, we do have some point distribution amongst the panel. Nobody gets a bullseye. The PS5 score is a 75. The Xbox Series X score is an 87. And the PC review score is an 86. So Dom gets the closest there with an 89. The Xbox One score is 61.
I'm so confused as to why the PS5 and the Series score would be so different.
I think the PlayStation version might not have ran well when it launched.
No, the X. I played it on Series X, and I had 0. I had
Yeah, I think a lot of people were still having
Oh,
issues
okay,
on the next
okay.
gen version.
Yeah, they like delisted it from PS. Like,
And on the P,
I thought that was only a PS4 thing for some reason.
It was both of them.
it was both.
I think
It was a
PS4
simultaneous launch, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
Like,
I remember
I don't
like
know if it had like
they
it didn't have a
pulled the-
next gen update, but it still didn't run well on the PS5 at that time. It might not have that problem now. Mike was the closest for the PS4 score with 62. It was a 57.
Wow.
I'm actually surprised by that PC score. Because I remember like the scores coming out, like a lot of people gave it like really good reviews, and people were like,
Yeah,
"How
but
could
the
you
old
give-"
reviews are still in there.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like the PC old reviews were good, and people were like, "How can you? This game's broken. How can you give it good reviews?"
Oh.
And like, everyone,
I don't know, maybe the good and the bad ones average each other out,
yeah.
and then the new ones raised it up a little.
Yeah, you take the good, you take the bad, take them both, and there you have.
That game is a 90, no lower, in the state it's in right now.
Oh, you're talking about the DLC though.
With everything involved, like DLC, your base game, like that game is in like if you play that
Well,
game from day
the
one,
base game got an update with the DLC.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No,
it got like
people love
multiple
that game.
updates.
People love
So,
that game.
yeah, no, it got like multiple updates. Like the combat in that game was okay at the beginning. It's so fucking fun to mess around with now, and yeah, it's good.
We're gonna so Mike and Dom both take a point there. That'll put Mike back tied in second. Let's see how we hold.
Yep.
Game number 2. We're gonna swing it over into Mike's court right now for the PS5 review score for Multiverses.
I mean, that's okay.
Tal, why don't you take this one first?
Me?
Multiverses, yes.
83.
83. Dom, what do you got?
I don't know,
Yeah, it's like
because the game was up and it was running well in beta, and then it went down for a year. and then it came back, and people were not happy with the way it came back.
So I wasn't happy, but I do like it. But like they just slowed the game down. Like it's like a different game basically.
I'm gonna go 75.
You piece of shit.
Okay. I'll get a 75. Mike, if you think that's the bullseye, Mike, you can hit a 75.
I mean, it's a 75 game if I've ever seen one. That's all I can say. It's a 75 game if I've ever seen.
I would give it 80. I would give it an 80.
So you're changing yours to 80?
No, I'm keeping 83, but I'm saying like for my personal taste, I would give it an 80.
Okay. Well, Mike, you should have let Dom sway you in one direction, maybe, because you were both going to tie. It was a 76.
Interesting.
So we're going to throw this out. Is that how you normally do it? And do an extra game? Or do you both get a point? I guess you can both get a point.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't care.
All right, we're going to throw it out.
Tom is so far ahead, he does not care.
I don't care
truly
what we play.
He's gonna regret that later. We're gonna take it then to Todd's court. We're gonna go off of the PC scores for Player Unknown Battleground, or better known as PUBG.
Fuck.
Dom, why don't you take this one first when you're ready?
You said PC, right?
PC review scores.
It's tough too.
I don't think this helps in any way, like at all, and it probably never would help. Do you want me to give you the overall user score?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna go 75 again.
Okay, Dom's sticking with the old reliable 75. Mike, what do you got?
I feel
Tell me what you're feeling.
As
Tell me what you're
though-
feeling.
if I'm divining something, right? If I'm, using my latent clairvoyant skills, I'm gonna go with an 81.
Okay. Todd, take us home.
I'm gonna stick with what I thought in my head right away. 78.
78. Mike is continuing to increase his lead. That's a point for Mike. It was an 86, and Mike was an 81.
Wow. Fucking crazy.
So now we got the tiebreaker, which will roll.
How is that tied? How is that tied with fucking Cyberpunk? Make that make sense to me.
We get the tiebreaker. This will roll Todd back into the guessing to make up for the second game. Let me pull up something devious here. Oh fuck! I think we did that before. Fuck. What would be a good one to break this tie? Mike. Wait, no. I guess Todd didn't. Well, no. Todd
right.
and Dom. I'm sorry. Mike and Dom tied on that other round. Both of you text me a genre. Todd, if you can guess the genre correctly, you get no points.
Wait. Video game genre?
What other genre did you think?
Movies.
I was gonna be like, yo, fucking romance. Okay.
Nope, Mike, that's you picked.
Okay.
Dom is still noodling around. You motherfuckers. Okay. All right. Let's see. The problem is I gotta find one that is gonna have a Metacritic score. Let me see.
Dom, was your genre Adam Sandler?
No. I wish.
Let's see. What's a good way to do this? Mike's obviously genre was romance, and
Ooh.
Dom's was hentai.
Okay.
Which
You can certainly find like a romance hentai VN something on Metacritic.
but how would I even get to that?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
stop
use Metacritic.
pretending like you don't know how to get there.
Yeah. Brenden, come on. Most of us are friends here.
Let's see. Absolutely destroying my. I can't just be searching this stuff. This is a bad idea. All right, I'm just gonna type in this because I think this sort of. I don't think it has any. I don't think it has any romance in it. But we're gonna do the PS5 review score for Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash.
That sounds sexy.
How's that score sound, Mike?
You're asking me first?
Let's do it.
How's there even a score for this?
Listen. I put myself in this position, so in one way out of it. 69. Lock it in.
Oh, fuck you, Mike.
Todd, what do you got?
No, I finished.
What did Mike say? 60. Oh.
Yeah, he said 69.
Can I say the same thing as Mike?
Yeah, if you guys tie, you get the points.
All right, Dom, what's your guess?
I was gonna say 69, so I'm just gonna stick with 69.
All right. Todd, where you at?
69.
All right. Well, we're at another
That
deadlock.
was a wash.
If there's a deadlock again, there's no points. It was 70. Somebody should have. Somebody should have wavered there.
That is ridiculous that my joke answer. Not my joke answer. We were all on the same page. Was so close to the actual answer.
It's bullshit that some reviewer couldn't have fucking tanked his score just a little
bit. Come on, guys. We're all in this together.
Now you're gonna have to deal with devil horns.
Wasn't that just devil horns?
Devil horns. It's just guessing a number.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Fuck. Damn it. We're gonna go.
Oh, you didn't tell me it was the sexy soaker edition.
I
would have given him a bonus point there.
I don't think that point counts. Okay. What's a good way to end this? You know what? We'll go back to the original romance genre, and we're gonna end on Stardew Valley, and that'll be based off of the PC review score. So Stardew Valley, Mike, why don't you kick us off?
I feel like people love this game. Feels 94-ish to me.
Okay. Todd, what you got?
88.
You said 88?
Yep.
Don, what you got?
Mike, I apologize because I already was going to go 95, and I feel like
Yeah, do it. We have to break this somehow.
I'm going to 95.
All right. Well, Todd swoops in and steals your point. This is what you guys get for playing your little 69 game garbage. That'll put Todd at a point gained. Oh no, but Mike did get 2 points. Yeah, Mike got 2. So Mike is still in the lead, but Todd is creeping up and not losing too much ground. So that'll end the week with Dom at 37, still in first. Mike at 20. Oh, wait, no. It does keep it tied, you pieces of fucking shit, because Mike was down a point. So Mike is at 29, and Todd is at 29. Also, we went to the Red Sox game, and Dom couldn't make it, unfortunately. When did we call Dom for this?
You texted me.
Okay, yeah. Todd, after a few beers, was very happy to say that Mike gets no points and he gets an extra point because he remembered where we parked. Even though at no point did I not know where we parked, but Todd wanted to make sure that.
I didn't care that where we parked, but you were just like, okay, guys, for points, and I was like, all right, I guess if we have to do this, I'll tell you where you parked.
Anyways, that'll do it for this week's episode. We appreciate you. We will see you next time.